life, too. All right, now listen. That necklace belongs to my wife. Do you understand? My wife! And she was wearing it the night she disappeared, pal.
Let me go, will ya?
No, I'm sorry. You just tell me where you got the necklace, and everything will be fine. Otherwise, you're going to look at your face from the other side of the room.
Come on, Neff. Be a good boy. Tell him what you had to do with his wife's disappearance.
Nothing. You're lying, man. If you tell me the truth, I'm going to kill you. I swear.
Yeah.
I swear I'm going to kill you. Let me go.
Tiffany, Mike just gave me the message. It's true. You've got the sailor.
It's true, Lesley. Luke and Robert just got back here to the boat, and they're questioning them right now in Luke's stateroom.
Has he said anything?
Oh, he hadn't said a word when Robert made me leave.
You think maybe I should come over there?
Why don't you just stay there, Lesley, so I can at least get in touch with you? Believe me, when I left that stateroom, that sailor was being so unhelpful, and it may take Luke and Robert some time to bring him around.
But he had her necklace. He's got to talk.
Oh, I think he's going to talk. Luke seemed very determined about that one. I tell you what, I'll go back to the stateroom and find out, see if they found out anything, and then I'll give you a call either way, okay?
Oh, yeah, please, right away. He's got to know something. He's got to have answers.
Answer me. What do you know about my wife's disappearance?
Look, if you just calm down a minute, I'll tell you.
Listen, can I make a suggestion here?
What?
Let me spell it out for him. Maybe I can jog his memory a little.
All right, go ahead.
Wedding photograph. Where is it?
It's over there near the bed.
You know this girl?
No.
You've never seen her before at all?
I just told you, no, never.
That's his wife. She disappeared off the waterfront on January the 15th.
What do you mean she disappeared?
Just what he said, stupid. She disappeared. She was wearing this necklace, the same necklace that you tried to pawn off on Benny the Fence.
Now, you think about that. She disappears, and we find her purse.
Empty.
And you turn up with the necklace. What does that add up to, huh? You mugged her. Maybe even worse.
What'd you do to my wife?
Nothing. I can prove it.
Hold it. Wait.
I can prove it.
How?
Look, you just said January 15th.
That's right, the night she disappeared. Go on.
I was at sea that night. I wasn't anywhere near Port Charles.
You're lying, man.
It's the truth, so help me. You can check it in the ship's log. We were at sea.
What's the name of the ship?
The Neptune. We sailed on January 12th from Portland. We didn't put in again till our next port of call.
Where was that?
Charleston. We put in there on the 17th of January.
Hey, you're really good with the dates. You got a whole damn patch. You rehearsed this?
Look, I know the dates because January 14th was our captain's birthday and we had a party for him in a mess.
You said we could check this in the log?
That's right, the Neptune.
It's in port now?
It's berthed in Pier 9. Huh? Look, we're due to sail in high tide tonight. I've got to be aboard.
What's the name of the captain?
Captain Hawthorne.
You want to check that out, man?
Definitely.
Hey, then I can go?
You stay right where you are, pal. Maybe you were in Port Charles, and maybe you weren't. But none of this explains how you got my wife's necklace.
Captain Hawthorne gave it to me.
Oh, come now.
It's the truth. Ask him.
Don't think I won't. And while I check that out, you're going to stay right here and be comfortable. Is that okay with you, Robert?
Fine. You check out this guy, Hawthorne. Well, our friend and I will be waiting for the good news.
Where would I find Hawthorne about this hour, huh? On the boat?
Not yet. He usually boards as late as he can.
Well, darling, what have you found out?
Well, that remains to be seen.
Oh, Lesley just called, darling. Rick is tied up in surgery, and she wanted to know if she should come over.
No. No. You call her back, tell her to meet me at the harbor master's office in about 10 minutes, all right? Thanks, Dave. Operator, this is an emergency. Connect me, please, to the harbor master, Port Charles Harbor. If he's not there, it's very important. Find his home number and get me to him, please.
What's up with Luke?
Well, you see, Barnacle Bill has spun us quite a yarn here. He's just sort of checking on the facts of the matter.
Oh, sir. That was fast. This is Luke Spencer. I'm aboard the Haunted Star. Could you meet me in your office in 10 minutes? Please. No, sir, this is an emergency. Thank you. I'm a drink. Thank you, Ben. We really appreciate this. And oh, I'm sorry. You know Dr. Weber, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. I met her several times at the clinic. How are you, Doctor?
I asked Lesley to meet me here.
Well, what can I do for you, Luke? On the phone, you sounded like it was urgent.
Yeah, it's very urgent, Ben. I found the sailor I was looking for. Now, what I would like is if you can check out his story for me. First of all, he says he was on a ship called the Neptune. And secondly, he claims that the Neptune was not in port here in Port Charles on the 15th of January.
Which is the night that Laura disappeared.
Well, the Neptune's been in port all week. Berthed at Pier 9.
Well, I know that, but do you have any records that say that would be or not be in port on January 15th?
Let's take a look. Oh, let's see. Neptune. No, she was at sea on the 15th, en route from Portland to Charleston. Didn't even put in at Port Charles at all.
All right, so much for that. Next step. I very much need to talk to the captain of that ship. This Spud says the captain's name is Hawthorne. Is that true?
That's right. Ed Hawthorne. I've known him for years.
Where could we find him? On board the Neptune?
No, in the first place, the Neptune was due to set sail about an hour ago.
Oh, no. Where's she bound?
Well, let's take a check. As I remember, it was someplace in South America. Oh, yes, here we are. It's Crockett's Venezuela.
Oh, we're getting all the breaks, aren't we? All right, Lesley, I'm going to have to follow it up because he swears he got Laura's necklace from that captain.
Yep, well, I don't think we have any choice, of course.
What I'll do, I'll fly to Caracas. I'll meet the boat when it comes in. Do you have any record or schedule of when it's supposed to arrive?
If you're thinking of talking to Captain Hawthorne, you can save yourself a trip. He's not on board.
But you just said they sailed an hour ago.
It did, but for this voyage, the company assigned a new captain.
Where's Hawthorne?
Well, I imagine he's still here in Port Charles. Now, mind you, I can't be sure of that, but it's a pretty good bet.
Okay, good. Then where can I find him? Do you have a home address or anything like that on him?
No, I haven't, Luke. Usually when captains come ashore, they'll stay with friends or go to a hotel. I really don't think there's any way you can locate him tonight at all.
Well, but do you know why he didn't sail with the ship? See, if we knew that, maybe it would help us find him.
I'm sorry. I have no idea. I think your best bet is to wait until morning, call the North Star shipping lines, and they can probably tell you.
What is?
Is Rick here?
No, he's still at the hospital. His bypass patient is critical. What?
Oh, well, just tell him I had to go without him, okay?
Go where?
I was at the North Star shipping offices this morning. I found out why this Captain Hawthorne didn't sail last night.
Why not?
Because he's testifying this morning right here in town for the Coast Guard. Now, I figure I'm going to go there. I'll catch him when he goes into the hearing or out.
The Coast Guard hearing. That would be in their building, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I could go. I could just be a little late for work. It's real close to the hospital. I could go.
I'd like that.
Okay.
If it's okay, I would like to go, too. I don't have to be at work until 11 o'clock.
Yeah, okay, fine. I don't want to argue with you. Just keep your mouth shut, all right?
I won't say a word.
Oh, that'll be the day.
204, this is it, right here.
For the benefit of the stenographer present at this hearing, please state the exact longitude and latitude of the vessel, the Neptune, at the time of the incident under investigation.
Yes, sir. The Neptune cutter engines at 325 and 190.
Excuse me. Is there a Captain Hawthorne in there?
Oh, yes, sir. But he's testifying, and this is a closed hearing.
Close. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, the attempted rescue then being concluded, I gave a full report to the Coast Guard by radio and then received permission to continue on course.
And did you, in fact, receive Captain Hawthorne?
Yes, sir, I did, and there were no further incidents until we reached our port of call in South Carolina.
I see. Are there any further questions? Hearing none, you are excused, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. Captain Hawthorne.
Yes.
I'm sorry to be so abrupt, sir, but this necklace, is it true that you gave this necklace to one of your crew members on the Neptune?
Oh, yes, it is. Where'd you get it?
Well, I'll explain that later. What I'd like to know is where you got it. You actually gave this to one of your sailors. Is that true?
Young man, I just answered that question. Now, yes, I did.
Well, where did you get it?
What is the disturbance over there?
Sir, this is the necklace that I was referring to in my testimony. Now, this is the same necklace that I found clinging to a piece of the wreckage of the boat that the Neptune hit and sank at sea. Sir, may it be entered on the record that this is, in fact, the necklace that I saw entangled in the wreckage. of the boat that my vessel struck and sank at sea.
Let it be entered. Now, may I ask, who are these people?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. My name is Luke Spencer. This is Dr. Lesley Weber and Amy. This necklace belongs to my wife.
She disappeared the night of January 15th.
I'm well aware of your wife's disappearance, Mr. Spencer. I assume all of us here present have read about it in the newspapers. But frankly, I never connected her disappearance to the report we've just received from Captain Hawthorne. His vessel, the Neptune, was miles down the coast the night of the accident.
What accident was? You see, we don't know what happened.
Captain Hawthorne, would you care to summarize?
Of course, sir. On the night of January the 20th, at about 0200, I was in command of the vessel Neptune when it struck a small cabin cruiser on a high sea.
Luke, January 20th. That's 5 days after she disappeared.
Captain, you said that you sank the cabin cruiser?
Well, for reasons already on the record. You see, the little cruiser was cruising without any running lights. We were experiencing extremely high seas. It was a hard rain, and the visibility was practically zero.
Captain Hawthorne has testified that upon impact, he thought he heard a scream.
What?
Well, I cut the engines immediately, and we broke out the searchlights and searched the collision area. And naturally, I lowered some boats over the side, and with some of the members of my crew, I searched the area personally.
What did you find?
Well, very little, I'm afraid to say. You see, in that high sea, the little cruiser sank very quickly. And, well, we were able to salvage some small amount of personal possessions.
Personal possessions?
Whose? They are in evidence, Mr. Spencer.
Might we see them, please?
Of course. See you, Miss Docker. As you can see, not much. Floating boat cushion. Boot. And this raincoat.
That's Laura's raincoat.
I gave it to Luke.
All right, Leslie, let's hear it all. Is there some more?
Well,
What about the necklace?
it was floating in that wreckage. And when the searchlight hit it, I caught a glimpse of it and retrieved it.
Luke? Luke?
All right. We're still going to hear it all, Leslie. Is there some more, sir?
Well, but... I'm sorry.
But what? Go on. What? What?
Well, when the little cabin cruiser began to sink, I thought I saw a girl in the water.
Could you identify her?
No. The only impression I got was just long blonde hair.
Was it this girl?
I'm sorry, I can't answer that, sir. You see, all I saw was the blonde hair.
Back on the record, and for the benefit of the attorneys for the North Star Line here present for the vessel, the Neptune, let it be stated that the North Star Line has already offered to pay for all damage to the cabin cruiser now sunk at sea. But let the record further show that it now appears there was not only the loss of physical property, there was also a possible loss of life.
No. No. No! Amy, no! Leslie, no! No, Laura is not dead. My wife is not dead.